Military truck runs over protesters in Venezuela amid political unrest.
Here's a summary of the article.
The streets of Caracas, Venezuela have turned into chaos Tuesday after a military vehicle drove directly into a crowd of protesters. A Venezuelan National Guard vehicle was caught on video running over protesters outside a military base in Caracas, who were throwing stones and hitting vehicles with sticks after opposition leader Juan Guaidó called on members of the military to rise up. Military vehicles seen running over protesters in Caracas. After the vehicle drove into the crowd, it appeared some protesters retaliated and threw a Molotov cocktail, causing the back of the vehicle to burst into flames. Opposition leader Juan Guaidó called for a military uprising to oust President Nicolás Maduro. Witnesses told Reuters they saw men in military uniform, who were accompanying Guaidó at the scene, exchanging fire with soldiers acting in support of Maduro. The move was Guaidó's boldest effort yet to convince the military to rise up against Maduro.
This post received a score of 51,906, with an upvote ratio of 92%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Reminds me of the Cairo protests when the band of horse riders rode through some protesters.
That was crazy. I remember some guys had bread taped to their head as makeshift helmets too.
North Africa and the Middle East does not produce enough food to sustain itself and must therefore import large quantities from abroad. Generally, whatever dictator is in charge will subsidize this wheat import to placate the masses and stave off mass starvation. The 2008 economic crash ravaged the economies in these regions and put tremendous strain on these states as they subsidize fuel and food imports, meaning local food production is reliant on cheap fuel to run generators and water pumps, etc. This led to a huge decline in local farming and large movement of people from farming communities to the larger cities. In 2010, following drought, Russia experienced a bad wheat harvest. Russia is a major wheat exporter specifically to North Africa and the Middle East.
Always love seeing someone who takes the time to understand the economic underpinnings of political situations. It's something we need a whole lot more of.
Well said.
Watched this on TV earlier while it was going on. Holy fuck.
And then shortly after, the Venezuelan government took CNN and BBC off the air. Yikes.
Surely someone will do something.
Same thing happened in Egypt. When it kicks off, no one can do something except for those who choose not to.
This made my brain hurt.
No one can't not do nothing if something isn't not what it is. Edit. I don't not thank you for the silver, kind stranger.
Damn, is that a triple negative?
It's either a positive or a negative, I am not sure yet.
If you pair the negatives, you'll see there's an even number of them and they all cancel out. It then becomes obvious what the meaning of the sentence is. One can do thing if something is what it is.
Accidente.
Maduro, it was an insurance scam.
Next year's summer romantic death comedy, Weekend at Maduro's.
Nothing like watching a Wendy's $5 meal deal commercial before watching civilians get plastered.
A boring dystopia.
The lack of empathy towards people who just want to end their miserable situation is sad. Evidence of split in military.
Yup, that was earlier. Military shooting military. Pro-Maduro side vs. Guaido side.
Is either of them even close to a reasonable choice at this point? Edit. I'm not saying I support either, I just want to know why I might want to change my mind. Why are you downvoting me for asking a genuine question?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.